The names that built this program are legendary. Lewis, Taylor, Reed, Portis, Kosar, Testaverde. And it is with reverence, respect, and excitement that we welcome you to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Hurricanes will kick it away first. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Miami's offense will have the first possession of the game. And here he is, one of the best receivers in the game, and he just commands attention, both from the defense and from the fans.
Yeah, he's a guy you got to keep your eye on, and you're going to see him line up all over the field in this game. He can play in the slot, he can play out wide, he can run the entire gamut in the route tree as well. Really nothing this guy can't do.
They're getting this guy lathered up. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense working from the pistol. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Johnson wants to throw it. Quick completion on the out route.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined, run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here. When you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
On the ground, it's Fletcher. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
From the shotgun, the inside give. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. Fires into traffic, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense. So the opening drive of the game, and you spit it up. That's not the way to get things started.
Coaches are always preaching about not committing penalties and winning the turnover battle. So you're able to go on this first drive, and you're doing a couple positive things, and then turn it over, not the start this offense wanted.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Off play action on first down. Got his man downfield. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeye. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Johnson looking to throw. Snags it over the middle. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the gun to give, looking for room. At midfield, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. This time he's got his man. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give him a first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. On the move. Can't get him to the ground. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop it. The Canes racing to the line in the hurry up. On second down, looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Pushes ahead for a pickup of 1 down to the 13. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third down, he drops to throw. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
These quarterbacks that just bounce and bounce and bounce and pull the ball down and make plays. Defensively, you just got to keep coming. You can't get tired. You can't get frustrated, really. It's the frustration that gets to you because they keep making plays and keep getting first downs. Got another opportunity coming up. 1st and goal. Try to hold them to a field goal.
Johnson wants to throw it. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Hurricane.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Tennessee managed to eke out the victory in a tighter than expected one. And they'll be singing from the top of Rocky Top after this one, no matter the final score. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough. And we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Fights off a defender. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hoffman. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, the quarterback's patient. Most of the time, that drag route's going to come.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Give to the running back. Nice move to stay on his feet. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game 1, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this guy.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Guys, in basketball through the years, we've seen the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and it'll be fun to watch this one on the football field.
I think this is going to be a real test of physicality. I know these were 2 conferences that pride themselves on that, going out and establishing the line of scrimmage. So, David, interesting X's and O's matchup here in this one.
Yeah, and it's always cool to have those measuring stick opponents. Like, once we start getting deeper in the season and start having the comparison game, well, you have a matchup, a big matchup of a Big Ten school versus an ACC school. This will be used in the college football playoff criteria.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds his man. It's Parker. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Going up top on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Hoffman. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Using the quick game. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Snags it. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide in these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Iowa! That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn. And that's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Snagged in the middle. It's Horton. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Canes are in the hurry-up.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's
going to try to hit him over the top. Snags it inside the 20. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. That celebration turned sour quickly after they saw that flag, and it wiped out the big play and the touchdown. Quarterback empties his backfield. They'll run the option. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
Brings up second down.
They'll try to put it in drive this time on second down from the 22. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. And the Canes will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they... got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down.
And on that outbreaking route, really it's designed for the receiver to make the catch before falling out of bounds. Nice timing and anticipation by the quarterback on that throw.
He sends 3 wide receivers left, 1 on the other side on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. Dumps it to the back. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
The Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. This time it's complete. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. 3rd down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the move. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Hawkeyes line it up with a 1st and goal. They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hawkeyes.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum.
You've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to do.
Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Johnson looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw on 1st down. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
And good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
Kick is good. And the offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Hurricanes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half.
Oh, he wants it all. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Iowa! And once he got loose, it was all over.
And how about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important.
Open runway ahead. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Man, that is so tough. When you play defense, you get your eyes on your keys and you got to read them, but sometimes they lie to you. You can see the little misdirection by this offense. Fooled the defense, created some space. The offense took advantage and made a huge play.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And the Hurricanes headed quickly to the line. They go to the ground. At the 35, he's loose. Oh, look out. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, K.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in here, he got the long touchdown.
And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Stanford is putting on quite a fireworks show today, and they're loving every minute of this one right now on the farm. They're up by 28 over Hawaii. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Line gets set. First down. Leaves it with the running back. Strikes the blow. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They're going to ride this running back. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw it.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Fires to the middle. And the ball is picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 38.
timing has to be so good. You're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field. The ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Caught in the backfield, it's Washington. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. They'll line up for a second down play. Here's the give off the left side. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The Canes want to pick up the tempo. On the ground, it's Baxter. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Now, fourth down.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Dances away to buy time. Caught over the middle. It's Baxter. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
Catch in the middle, it's Horton. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and we saw that right there.
And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield.
It's now second angle.
Johnson wants to throw it. They're trying to get to him. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Miami! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Knocked down for the tackle.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to it. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play. The Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. On the return, it's Washington. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That's the end of the quarter, and Iowa is on top. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert third and short. Johnson looking to throw. Finds his man down the middle. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And the Canes want to move quickly. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. And the Canes look to keep this drive humming. From the gun, running back on the move. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on third and long. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And that is no good. Guys, after that miss, we are still sitting on a 5-point game. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tom.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
He's got his man. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get into those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. Pulls and fires complete. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Line gets set, first down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. With the catch, it's Washington. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Trying to find his man on first down. That's reeled in. It's Horton. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. He's looking to throw. On target. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? You got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
He slings it deep to the left. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. The aerial assault continues. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane.
And this is obviously a no-brainer. Great job by the offense. Great execution. Inside of 2 minutes, you've got to go for 2. You've got to dial up this play, try to tie this football game up. What's your favorite 2-point play? Dial it up, and let's tie this game up.
Great play by the defense there. You're winning by 2. You can't allow them to tie it. Someone's got to make a play, and they show up in a big moment.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.